Hello there. You know what? This Zoom has changed. It confused me then. But hello there and welcome. We are Geeks Assembled and we have assembled here today to talk about a Sean Connery film, which is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And Jason chose this one. This was Jason's choice. So let's open up the floor and just have opening thoughts. And let's start with Jason, actually, since he chose this one. Your opening thoughts, Jason.
Well, it wasn't long ago that I actually bought this film. I think it was a couple months ago. I haven't had a chance to watch it till now, like it was just a few days ago, and it was a pretty interesting movie. I really quite enjoyed this. It had very interesting effects. Definitely my favorite character was definitely the Invisible Griffin. With Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, definitely a great the characters with that, with how they with their personality between them talking to each other, and with characters like Sean Connery playing this guy named retired soldier, I think, named Alan, who also well, in a way, I guess he didn't want to fight until they explained to him what was going on. And you also got Captain Nemo, who's another interesting character. Definitely love the whole soul fighting going on. Also have Minnie Halko, who's a vampire. Very surprisingly, when she came out as a vampire. There's also some twists and turns in the movie itself with some certain characters, but it's definitely interesting. Also, notice one of the actors who later on played a bee in Doctor Who. I think it was Tom something. Hold on. Tom Goodman Hill, who also made appear in all of the movie. But yeah, Tony Cohen, who also played Vincent Van Gogh in Doctor Who, and also played in one of the Blade movies. Played the Invisible Griffin. Definitely a great character. Very funny. Yeah, I definitely quite enjoyed this one.
Who else wants to go next? Just some opening thoughts.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed this movie, but I just can't understand why this movie, from when it first was released up till this present day, still gets panned. It's an enjoyable movie. You've got to take it for it is. It's an hour and a half action-adventure fantasy based on a graphic novel. And you say you've got all the literature characters in this, which is, I think is a brilliant idea. As you say, you've got Tom Sawyer, the Invisible Man, Jekyll and Hyde, Dorian Gray, Harker, Quatermain from the Solomon's Mines, Captain Nemo. I mean, it's got its flaws, yes, but I don't think it deserves the knocks it gets, this one, to be honest.
Do you know why it gets knocked? Have you seen some reviews for it? Do you know what they cite as their complaint?
People just like it for some reason. They don't really give valid reasons. It just, I mean, it flopped at the cinema.
Yeah. You can get arrested
for what it is. No. And on that note, I'll pass it over to Beef Dad.
Yeah, it's an action-adventure romp. I mean, this is no more, no less. The idea of taking all the characters from literature, I mean, when you consider how far back some of that literature goes, I mean, Dorian Gray, originally written by Oscar Wilde. That's it.
Got there in the end.
Yeah, I got there in the end. Yeah, and all these wonderful characters taken out of magical books that I read when I was a child, and all being put together into one League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I loved the concept, and I enjoyed the execution. And Professor Moriarty, yeah, had to be really. Never mind about the Reichenbach Falls, but absolutely brilliant concept, well executed, loved it.
I'll tell you what, it reminds me of X-Men meets Once Upon a Time. Because you've got Jekyll and Hyde, you know, these grim fairy tale characters, and Captain Nemo, and all I can see is like, to me, they don't fit, because I'm used to the Once Upon a Time versions of those characters. But I have to say, I kind of fall into the camp of what Lee was moaning about. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't really enjoy it. I don't know why. I just thought Sean Connery was pretty poor in it, so he can't really act.
This was his last movie before he
no
retired.
wonder. No,
he hasn't made another movie since this. No, to me, the acting in it is passable for what the movie is. It's, as Beef Dad said, it's an action-adventure romp. Don't take it too seriously, because if you do, then I think this is why people don't like it, because they go in there expecting something, and it's not.
I've got a question, though. I've got a question. Is this also a TV series?
No.
What am I thinking of as a TV series? Has it got a similar name?
You're thinking of the comedy series, The League of Gentlemen.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, but it didn't.
You know, Matt Gatiss and his friends. Yeah. That's
what I'm thinking
different.
of. Totally different. Then, yeah.
Totally different.
So, what about favourite characters? Is there any favourite characters anyone has? Standout characters?
Well, as Jason mentioned, is it Tony Curran who plays the Invisible Man? He's good in this. I mean, as we all know, played Vincent Van Gogh brilliantly in Doctor Who, but
amazing.
Brilliantly played in this. I think all the characters, even Mina Harker, is brilliantly played. Connery, you know, Connery's Connery. He plays Connery, playing Connery. But yeah, I can't see no faults in the characters really. They're all across the board. Just wonderful, wonderful literature characters.
Anyone else have any? Go ahead, Lee.
I love Dorian Gray. I love Dorian Gray. He's two-faced and a liar, and his comeuppance when he's brought face to face with his portrait was pretty magical. That was one of those wonderful transformation scenes. I remember in the original film it was slightly different, but Stuart Townsend really locked him down for me, because he was just the right. He struck the right balance with Dorian Gray.
Is this a remake of another film then, is it?
No.
Oh, I thought you said the original film.
No, but the original film there was The Picture of Dorian Gray.
Ah.
Which is based...
that was just a film about Dorian Gray. Yeah,
but also it's based on the Oscar Wilde story.
Want to check it out, Alid, at some point?
Yeah. I will do. We might review it at some point. You never know. Never know.
It's a very old film.
Any favourite characters, Jason? Or you like them all?
I did mention it was the Invisible Man. It's one of my favorite characters. I had like funny moments with him, especially when they were going into that one base area in the snow area, and the things he gets attacked by, and being attacked by fire as well. Just seeing one. But just how he is, he's a definitely brilliant character. I love the action on it. Yeah, there wasn't really much with Sean Connery, but I get the fact that he was nearly going to be retired anyways. But with the actors, Dr. Henry Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is another of my favorite. Definitely a legendary character as well, both from different other movies as well. From Dr. Jekyll being the good doctor, but Mr. Hyde being the psycho crazy monster that he is. But it was definitely great to see Mr. Hyde just fighting and all that in the movie itself, especially that big giant creature, that guy who just took a whole potion and went to some big giant red creature. I was like, what the crap? But Mr. Hyde trying to fight him, it's like he was just bashing Mr. Hyde one and after another. I was like, it was crazy. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I also enjoyed the big ship, the sword ship. The sword ship that actually moved pretty fast, and with Captain Nemo, who owned it, saying when he mentioned he had a fast ship and it ended up being that, which I thought was pretty interesting.
The Nautilus.
The Nautilus, yeah. Yeah. And we might as well go into favourite moments. Favourite moments. I enjoyed the beginning with the tank just passing through everyone. What's going on in this? I'd never seen it before. I've never ever seen this before.
There's little bit moments what make me smile. I mean, Sean Connery's character walking into the secret HQ, and the guy introduces himself as M.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
You know,
because he's James Bond.
A bit of tongue in cheek there. And also when they're trying to capture Mr. Hyde, they mention, oh yeah, he's been terrorising the Rue Morgue for quite a few months now. I mean, that's a nod to the book Murders in the Rue Morgue as well. Yeah, I think it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, the sceneries are brilliant. The chase scenes, the car, what a wonderful piece of work that is, and the chase scene in them cars, and the comedy. There is comedy, humour.
There's quite a lot of humour.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's you just sit back and enjoy it. That's what I did. It's an enjoyable movie.
I really enjoyed the attempted destruction of Venice. The special effect on that, with the buildings all collapsing, was just absolutely incredible. And as you say, the car chase, where he was racing through, trying to reach the building where they could blow it up and stop the chain reaction of the bombs that had been planted underneath. And that was, I think the effects on it were just superb. The effects were really, really good. As I say, the Venice sequence for me is just absolutely brilliant.
Jason, favourite moments?
Well, I already mentioned before the couple of the other scenes, but I was going to mention about the chase scene. That was definitely a brilliant one, especially when Tom Sawyer is shooting, and there's Tom between Alan shooting him, and also with Mina, who was like showing herself as a vampire and striking every single guy out there. Was definitely brilliant. I definitely loved that one. Don't remember any other scenes on that one, but that was pretty much my favorite.
So now, does anybody have any tidbits or any additional information or stuff they'd like to share? Maybe about the film's production or when it came out. I mean, I think it came out, was it 2003?
I think it was, about 2003. But Sean Connery was, I think he was an executive producer on this.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the back of the DVD. Executive Sean Connery and someone else. But, I think they had planned a sequel to this because of the way they ended it.
Yeah.
because I think they were going to bring Quatermain back to life with the magic of the Witch Doctor.
But because it didn't have a great reception, they obviously decided not to, you know.
Which, as I say, I just can't understand why the reception for it is so bad.
Yeah, well, that's
there's a lot of worse films out there.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of films out there that are quite good, but the critics pan them. You know, I mean, you know, The Lone Ranger's not that bad, nor is John Carter. But they get absolutely panned, but not that bad. Not as bad as the criticisms that they get. You know what I mean?
True. But it's to say it's a little gem. This. I just wish it had been more successful. We could have had a sequel to this. Just think of what other characters they could have had in the sequel.
Yeah, they wanted to do it like a franchise, like
the Marvel stuff. You mean the Marvel things, a universe, what they call a universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the DC and Marvel universe and all them. Yeah. Yeah, I could see it working as a universe because obviously it got loads of characters to choose from, really, haven't you? Because you can add new ones in.
I mean, yeah, they could have made it into a trilogy of movies, but it wasn't to be. But there again, you never know in Hollywood. They could do a reboot at any time. You never know.
Oh yeah, but it would be completely new. I mean, you wouldn't have
completely new. Yeah, it could be completely. You know, because they haven't got very original ideas in Hollywood at the moment.
No, everything's just remakes, isn't it? Yeah, remakes and reboots. I mean, there's a new King Kong out now, isn't there?
Another one.
Yeah, how many times has that been made?
I think this is the 11th.
Yeah,
something like that.
Anybody else got any additional things they would like to add on this film? Nope. Well, we might as well go into our final say and score. So let's start off with Beef Dad first. For final say and score.
Final say. I can't say much more than I've said already. It's a romp. It's adventure. There's humour in it, like every good adventure story has humour in it. And the special effects, for me, work brilliantly. And it gets a 9.5.
9.5. Let's go to Jason next for final say and score.
Brilliant, funny, great effects, great characters. Definitely got to agree with Beef Dad on that one. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of this one.
Number 9.5. Let's go to Lee.
From beginning to end, I sat through it and the time just flew by, because that means to me that I've been enjoying watching the film because I'm glued to the screen watching this. Brilliant story, brilliant action, brilliant effects. This gets a 9.5 from me.
Another 9.5. Oh dear.
Now Ali's going to let the side down.
I'm going to let you down big time. Like, we're going way down. It's going to be like Aquaman at the bottom of the ocean. That far down.
Hey, do not diss Aquaman.
No, he's got some nice green tights. Yeah.
And Aquaman has as well, yes.
Yes, he has, yes. Show us yours, Lee. Go on, stand up. No. You have to be a paid member. What is it? YouTube Red. Our YouTube Red version. You'll get. Oh, yes.
You're waffling.
I'm always waffling. I think I'm going to... Well, I'm glad you're all seated because I think I'm going to give it a 6. I'm going to give it a 6. I know it's quite a big dive from 9.5, but think of it as my revenge for the Frozen cast. I'm going to give it a 6.
God, he just won't let it go, will he?
I'm going to give it a 6. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it just didn't really completely gel with me, and I didn't think Sean Connery was any good in it. I mean, he's all right as James Bond. I mean, the ones I've seen him in James Bond, but I'm not keen on him in James Bond, but he's all right. But now I don't know, maybe I just don't like him as an actor. Maybe I just think he's a crap actor.
Go for it.
And we have a late arrival. Yes, this is actually for you YouTube Red subscribers. We have Susan. Yes. And let's see what Susan thinks of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Go ahead, Susan.
Well, it was so good. It was amazing to see Mina Harker as a vampire. It was great to see Captain Nemo. They got the ship wrong, but you know, what can you say? It looked like a bit like Old Ironsides, and it had a classy interior at least. So it could have very well been. And Hyde and Jekyll were precious, and the Invisible Man was hilarious. And I have yet to listen to the John Hurt take on the Invisible Man, but I think that those four characters plus the cowboy and stuff, I mean, it was pretty awesome. And all told, I think I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. It was really wonderful to have those characters revisited as like you do. And so yeah, that's my review, and thanks.
Thank you very much, Susan. And this time we're genuinely off, unless somebody else decides to join. Alex is here, but he hasn't watched it, so we're off. See you next time. Take care.
So.
See you next time. I just said that twice. Bye. Yeah. I know it sounds a bit harsh. I much prefer Roger Moore's. I much prefer Roger Moore's James Bond if I'm watching a James Bond film. I know. Beef Dad's. Yeah.
Each to their own, I suppose.
Roger Moore was brilliant as the Saint, but I didn't think he was as good as James Bond.
Yeah. So that's a 9.5 from everybody here by me, which I give it a 6. So tell us below what you think about this film, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for more chaos like this. And as always, look after yourself, take care, and we'll see you next time.